Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be reacting to the Sims 4 Lovestruck review by LGR, also known as Lazy Game Reviews. And I've actually never reacted to any of his content before on my channel. But the funny thing is I've been following him longer than anybody that I've reacted to on this channel. I found him back in 2009 with his Sims content and his gameplays, and although he doesn't really do the gameplays anymore, he still does reviews on the stuff packs, expansion packs, and also just the games themselves, and they are funny. I don't think I've ever found a more funnier reviewer of The Sims on YouTube. Like, seriously, like, they're hilarious. But just to kind of give you his channel in a nutshell, he mainly reviews retro PC gaming, hardware and software, and occasionally he will post a travel vlog from when he goes to his conventions and whatnot. Very awesome stuff. It's very niche, and you might think like, well, this is like nothing like what you usually review on here. No, but he is just as funny. You don't always have to scream and yell to be funny. He's very witty, sarcastic. He's just an all-around awesome guy from what I've learned. And so I'm going to put his channel in the description. Check him out. He's really funny. Like I said, I don't think I've ever found a funnier review on YouTube. And I'm genuinely saying that. Like, genuinely. I've been following him since 2009. I could go on and on and on. But anyways, I really want to get started with this review because this is just, like, absurd. I mean, I kind of feel like the Sims people, game people, they literally have no more fucks to give. And so they made this. And I can just tell, I just know the sarcasm and the witty and the comments LGR is going to have. So let's just get started.
Well, here we go once again, another EP as we enter the 10th year of The Sims 4's existence. This time around, it's The Sims 4 Lovestruck, the 16th expansion for the game, meaning there are now more expansions for The Sims 4 alone than there were for the entire lifespans of The Sims 1 and 2 combined.
What?
On that note.
Okay, well, okay, just to ask you guys, you can answer this in the comment section. What is your guys' favorite expansion? Mine's always been like the weather one, the seasons. That was always my favorite. But that was more my favorite for The Sims 3. I don't really care. Like, I like Sims 3 better than Sims 4, which I think a lot of people probably agree with me. But anyways, I'm gonna keep going.
To Lovestruck strikes me as a tribute to classic expansions, particularly The Sims Hot Date and The Sims 2 Nightlife, seeing as it contains several objects and gameplay features that were introduced in those back in the day. But unlike those packs, this isn't about getting Sims out of the house as much as it is focused on expanding the game's existing relationship systems. This time dating and courtship, as well as additional social complications for Sims of any relationship status. On paper anyway. In practice, it's about making the most delightfully skanky Sims as possible under a teen ESRB rating. Seriously, Lovestruck's outfits alone provide a solid idea of what it's all about. Sure, there's still the usual allotment of casual wear, party attire, and fresh fashion, complete with new makeup, jewelry, and accessories. But then there's, not to mention, and then also, oh, come on, they're not even trying to be subtle.
I know, see?
Don't get me wrong, I got no problem with any of this.
This has to be their last expansion. Or, like, this is their last Sims game. This is it. After this, they're done.
It looks less like official content and more like what you'd get on the old 7 Deadly Sims website.
Right.
And that amuses me. Also, in Create a Sim are the two new traits.
By the way, if you guys don't know, this is Duke Nukem. One of his favorite characters.
Love bug and romantically reserved. Opposing traits for Sims who are either super iffy about romance or really into it all the time. And also the new aspirations of Romantic Explorer and Paragon Partner, with the former being a generic, let's do all the romance lifestyle, and the latter being the game's way of incentivizing polyamory. Something you may want to pair with the new Romantic Boundaries tab and adjust the pre-existing jealousy mechanics before dating multiple Sims. Finally, the attraction system returns via turn-ons and turn-offs, similar to the old Sims 2 Nightlife chemistry system. These differ from the existing social likes and dislikes and pertain to how much Sims are romantically attracted to one another. Up to 50 can be chosen from a substantial list, meaning Sims can have highly
I like that outfit. That's a cute outfit, though. I'd wear that to bed.
specific tastes. If your type is wealthy, funny, clean, family-oriented, ambitious, optimist engineers with auburn
But not those boots, though. I wouldn't wear that to bed.
hair and boho attire, then good friggin' luck, but you can be that specific. And if your type happens to be drunk, ambitionless, broke flirts with red hair and country clothing, then I got a high school buddy I can hook you up with. Anyway, all of this ties into everyday gameplay, and in this pack, that begins in the new world of Ciudad Enamorada, Spanish for City of Love.
Oh.
It's also the name of a Colombian television show focused on romantic song performances, unrelated I'm sure, but yeah, the town is yet another pleasant but small locale, featuring 3 neighborhoods consisting of 13 total lots. 8 residential, 1 rental, and 4 community lots. It's a vibrant spot for single Sims to subsist for sure, but there's not much unique on offer compared to anywhere else. Yes, there are nice penthouse apartments, but while they look sweet, penthouses themselves are nothing new to The Sims 4.
Sure.
Actual new additions are underwhelming.
I honestly haven't. I really don't play The Sims too much. Like, I think I can probably say this for all of us that we'll get into. I know I can say this for my nieces anyway. We'll like have this idea of what to do in The Sims, and we'll want to play, or we'll try like a challenge, and we'll be obsessed with the game for like a few days, and then we'll get bored of it, and then we won't play for like another like, I don't know, year or so. And then the cycle will start over again.
Like these stands for Sims to grab romantic gifts like boxes of chocolates and bouquets, and buying and selling flowers. But it's effectively a self-service kiosk. There's not even an NPC Sim staffing the thing like most vendor stalls. There are also bus stops around town providing fast travel points, but there are no buses or any usable vehicles still. So all this does is tell
I like it whenever like he gets frustrated. You could see because he moves his mouse a lot. He goes, "Argh!"
Port Sims the same way as anywhere else in the game. Heck, there's even all this elaborate infrastructure for a sweet-looking rail network, complete with animated train cars and tunnels and bridges, but none of it can be used. It's all hollow set dressing as usual.
That's so sad.
There's also a new lot trait, Singles Hangout, which just means that more DTF Sims will spawn in than usual. Not that they were ever hard to find. You can smell their try-hard cologne a mile away. On that note, there's the dating part of this dating expansion, which in the past consisted of asking a Sim out, then they travel somewhere like a bar or a club where they're grouped together and given some objectives, and that's still an option, but now there are 4 more types of dates. Well, I guess 5 if you count blind dates, which is in another menu. But yeah, planned dates are separate, with options like inviting an awkward third wheel and picking from a list of activities ranging from friendly to saucy in their level of romantic intent. Then once you've nailed down a location, it's up to you to nail your date. Or not, platonic friendship dates are possible too. Either way, there's a timer and a list of goals to complete, same as every other event. Should be straightforward, but yeah, I haven't been able to complete all that many due to the fact that in this dating expansion, dating is a bit broken. Often the game glitches out, not showing the full social menus for basic interactions, like asking Sims to discuss a specific topic or perform a certain type of flirtation or whatever. Instead, those options are missing, so all I can do in a first date is make really awful small talk and drink. Points for unintentional.
But that's like how it is without it. that's all you do when you try to date anybody and without the expansion is like talk about the weather and whatnot.
No accuracy.
Hope that they like you.
Yeah, I guess. This is a known bug as well. I've seen a number of reports online, so here's hoping it gets patched. Even when I get it working though, sim dates are an annoying nightmare of conflicting game mechanics from all the packs and updates over the past decade. It's nearly impossible for Sims to fully focus on a date because they're constantly standing up and leaving the bar or dinner table, wandering all over the lot, talking to random Sims who barge into every conversation and engaging in nearby activities, all while towny children and pets get into mischief around you and fans beg for autographs while paparazzi abound, and then to top it off, some dumb Sim has to go and get killed by a meteor every night, so everyone starts crying their eyes out.
That is
Having a quiet
dumb.
one-on-one date in The Sims
God.
4 is far harder than it needs to be. Perhaps pandemonium is your preference, but personally, I wish Sims entered a dating mode instance, separate from normal gameplay, where they actually get to know each other in
Like-
peace. For this
what?
alone, I don't much care for the dating additions in this pack, so
Oh,
the
God.
question remains, what else is there? Romance. Multiple aspects of it, with lots of little things changed, updated, and added onto, like how romance is now a
my
skill,
God.
complete with 10 levels to unlock
Oh
the
my
more
God.
flirtations your sim
What is
fumbles
he
through.
wearing?
Eventually unlocking
I
abilities
can't get over the outfits. I cannot. I can't. Oh my
like
God.
romantic introductions, steamier makeout options, emitting flirtatious auras, and performing a so-called seductive dance, which tends to do the trick until you're interrupted by a mustachioed fish man. The romance skill also increases stamina, it seems,
Oh my
as
God, I'm
Sims with
crying.
enough skill can
What is this? What is that? What is this? What is that? What? Oh my God. Look at this tile.
suggest
can't.
back-to-back
Oh my
woohoo sessions for a double dipping of dipping under the covers. Romantic relations also have new statuses: attraction,
can't.
satisfaction, and dynamics. Attraction is based on a sim's turn-ons and offs chosen while creating them. Satisfaction rises and drops depending on recent positive or negative interactions, and the dynamic can be steamy, strained, wholesome, or unpredictable, depending on the most common interactions sims have over time. And much of this can be nudged in different
Ouch.
directions using the new relationship pie menu with
You would think Duke would be the best. I'm sorry. I'm listening to what he's saying. Trust me. But I just can't get over all the. I don't know.
options
I'll
that
have to watch this like 10 times.
expand in number as relationships evolve. So Sims can ask others about their exact romantic preferences, suggest a change in dynamic, or perhaps seek couples therapy, or even change the relationship type entirely, convincing Sims to shift their values to take things to a hitherto forbidden level, to the point where it actually allows for multiple marriages at once occurring if a married Sim asks you to
my
marry
gosh.
them while they're still with their spouse.
What?
Something I'm not sure is supposed to happen, but
Weird.
hey, if you go through with it, the home-wrecking chaos is a heck of a thing to witness. Complete with Sims autonomously going through separation and divorce without
They must be trying, because people love to make like the Sims movies and stuff. I wonder if they're trying to have people make like reality love shows with the Sims, because like with that it seems like that you could. I mean, that it seems like that is something that people would watch if you can make something like that with Sims. Huh. Interesting.
your direct input at all. It's solely based on their chosen jealousy boundaries. The relationship menu can also let you praise or trash other Sims, encourage or discourage romance, ask them to break up with partners, and even be your woohoo buddy instead of becoming a full-time partner. And while on
Friends with
dates,
benefits.
there are actions for things like changing the venue, extending the date, or ending things early, which Sims already did anyway, but this adds a layer of officiality, instead of them just unceremoniously ending a date by wandering off to go fishing and hunt frogs or whatever. And then tied into the bedposts of all this is the new romance consultant career. A traditional 10-level profession leading to job paths of either matchmaker or relationship counselor. Matchmakers help Sims find an ideal partner, while the relationship counselor helps enhance or fix existing relationships.
And
Neither
who
are
does that? Who does that? Like, nobody does
particularly
that.
hands-on jobs, but they do come with some unique opportunities, work-from-home options, and social interactions, like running an emergency relationship hotline and binge-watching reality dating TV shows. Strictly for
Oh, look at who that is. Huh.
research purposes, of course. Or they may go around giving licensed yet unsolicited advice to strangers on everything from romance tips to sex education. The latter being a standout since I believe it's the only time sex is ever mentioned in The Sims, explicitly anyway. It's always been tiptoed around. And for those who'd rather try online, there's the Sim dating app,
Sure.
Cupid's Corner. Similar to The Sims 3 Seasons online dating feature, it's a phone app where Sims swipe through profiles of potential romantic matches. After all, with a wide enough net, somebody's gonna match your freak. So be sure and take the perfect profile pic to stand out from the crowd and lay out all your best attributes in the description. Yeah, who could resist a guy self-described as marketable and antiseptic? And you're not limited to local townies. This actually has gallery integration, meaning Sims can truly find dates online by downloading other players' creations. A really neat idea, actually.
That's so cool.
Unfortunately, it seems kind of busted at the moment, as it rarely finds an online match.
Aw.
And most of the time, it won't find anyone, instead getting stuck looking online in an endless loading loop. So, for now, I've had to disable this in the options, because the app won't even let you match offline Sims if it can't fully connect online. But perhaps you're one to choose the bear instead, and hey, Lovestruck still got you covered. There's this downtrodden Sim in a blue bear suit wandering
Oh,
a
I
local
think I've heard
park,
of him.
and it turns out
I've been trying so hard to stay away from any gameplays of this because I follow the Bonnet Simmer. I think that's her name on there. She's so funny. She's playing this a lot. I went into her stream because she was streaming it on TikTok or whatever. She has been. Just for like a second, and I saw this bear. I'm like, oh, okay.
they're on a quest for the magic Riz ring. So help them on their quest if you're intrigued to see the results. Let's see, what else we got here? A bunch of little things, really. Butt stuff befitting a romance pack. Like the menage a trois of new woohoo spots, with the first of the three being a redo of Get Together's walk-in closet, now a supply closet in public venues. The second location being the Love Hotel, where Sims can pay a small amount for an in-and-out experience. You can't actually see inside, though, as it's a rabbit hole location. I'm sure other types of holes, too, but moving on to the third new option, the blanket, which is actually a multi-purpose object allowing Sims to eat two different ways, either on top using it as a picnic blanket or inside for some woohoo on the go.
God.
That's right, it effectively lets you woohoo anywhere, anytime. So if you want to do it in the road, heck yeah, the Beatles would approve. Another thing to try here, there, and everywhere is this card game set, letting Sims play games like Woohoo, a game for adult Sims that has them learning each other's turn-ons and turn-offs. Of course, Sims gotta be careful with all the screwing around, because bad romance can actually off Sims in two new ways, death by broken heart and death by choking. The latter happening when Sims choke on a big hard piece of chocolate while trying to eat away their sorrows. And then the rest pertains to build and buy mode stuff, like the fact that there are now curved pools. That's nice to see.
Finally.
Though not so nice as this new fountain, which I don't know how it passed QA since it clearly has a misplaced water texture. You can see these fountains all around town, so how this was overlooked, I have no idea. Another surprising addition is the...
Wait, how can they not, like, they should add in, for the death part, is dying by an STD. That's like, I'm just saying, that's true. But I guess they wanted the chocolate. Okay,
costume chest, which, unlike the one in The Sims 3, is not intended for kids. It's very much for older Sims looking to spice things up by having them select from dozens of costumes and engage in a little role play.
No!
And put out that fire, indeed. And perhaps on the latest iteration of the vibrating heart bed, as seen in every mainline Sims game in one form or another over the decades.
Duke's favorite
First
bed,
seen The
of
Sims
course.
living large. Honestly, love to see it, along with the rest of this tacky rubbish. Gaudy decor is back in full force here, and it brings me back to the days of The Sims 1 and 2 in particular. Those games were full of this schlocky nonsense. Cheeky artwork, animal print walls and floors, tawdry lighting fixtures and furniture that looks like it was raided from the back room of a 1980s strip club, and the chairs, of course, with 11 new chairs and booty resting paraphernalia on offer. Some standard, others garish, all of it welcome.
Look at the rugs.
And that is The Sims 4 Lovestruck. And after thinking long and hard, that $40 price tag is, as always, steep for what you get. Depending on what you're seeking, of course. Like for folks that really want to crank up the steam, they'll just download Wicked Whims, let's be honest. And that's free, while being more elaborate in every conceivable way. Heck, that even supports Lovince devices. Talk about engaging your community.
I don't even know what
Whereas
that
the
is.
Lovestruck
I don't know what that is.
pack, while still the horniest thing the Sims teams ever produced, remains rather tame despite all the innuendo. Understandably so, considering the broader audience it's made for, this pack is more than just woohoo, but what I'm saying is, simmers who want to push romantic boundaries already do it through mods, and I don't know if Lovestruck has much of a sales pitch beyond adding a foundation for future mods. So that leaves its new town, new career, relationship add-ons, dating app, and chintzy decor. And that isn't nothing. There are some genuinely good additions here, some of which fit in perfectly with the game so well that I wish they were there from day one, and they feel like they should be in the base game instead of being behind the 16th $40 paywall. But if it feels like $40 worth of fun to you, great. Here it is. I'd personally recommend waiting for a better sale price, or if you're in the demographic, maybe just put the money towards a Bluetooth-connected phallus instead.
Oh my god. Oh, that's great.
And if you enjoyed this Sims review, then, well, I've got so many more. Check them out if you're curious, or stick around. There are always new LGR things in the works, Sims and otherwise. And as always, thanks for watching.
Thank you very much for watching. He used to say, thank you very much for watching. Now he just says, thanks for watching. Wow. If this was better, in terms of like not having all those glitches and whatnot, I would love to see him do a gameplay of this. Of course, I would love to see him do a gameplay of anything, pretty much. I hope you guys like this review. It's pretty different than what I normally react to. But if you want to go ahead and subscribe, you can. I want to do more reactions. I know I keep saying that, but I honestly really do. And maybe even more of LGRs if you guys are into it. So let me know. Thanks so much for watching. And I guess until next time, I'll see you guys later.